Turnovers were a problem both sides last night. But tonight, the Wildcats have got to play aggressively, but make smart moves. Ball on the floor, out to Fiedler. They'll find Nordstedt on the wing. Now Jace Watkins with the dribble drive in the lane, stops. Turnaround shot is up and in. Jace got his man moving one direction. Drop step, comes back and gets the bucket. Tied up 2-2 here, just underway at Baldwin tonight. Dribble and spin off of the pick, but a bad pass turnover thrown away by Anderson County. And the Wildcats will take over in the backcourt. Anderson County pressures the inbound, but Jace Watkins comes up with it, loses it out of bounds as he made a reverse move. That ball got away and ends up in the Burlington bench. Again, concentration has to be focused early in the contest here for the Wildcats. Played in on the near sideline, number 5, Carlson Powson in the lineup for Anderson County. Looks to inbound. High over the top. They'll take it out to Keyser, and he'll call out play number 2. Left wing. Powson with the ball high overhead. Looks inside. Finds Rundle on the lane. Put the ball on the floor, and Hess with the steal. Nice job. Backside defense by Hess. They come down quickly. Watkins' shot of the 3 away is no good. Ball loose on the floor, and Chase gets it. Plays it up, and no good. Blocked shot by Rundle. Goes up high. Breakout down court. Rundle gets the loose ball on the floor, picks it up, and puts it home. A frantic scramble that time, and John Rundle finishes the deal for Anderson County. They take a 4-2 lead now here with 5:55 on the clock. Just underway in first quarter play tonight. Jeffers on the weave, goes to Hess. Now Nordstedt. Ball tipped, but Watkins comes out with the loose ball. They'll bring it to the top of the circle, and they'll start that offensive roll one more time. Lob down low, they go to Fiedler, but he can't handle the pass. It's out of bounds, and another turnover charged against the Wildcats. 4 turnovers on the Cats, not getting a shot on any of those possessions. Up court, left-hand side, they'll put the ball in the hands of Rutgers. Rutgers had a big game last year against the Wildcats, scoring 17 points. That shot away no good, and Connor Jeffers boards up for the Cats. Up court quickly comes Watkins. Back to Jeffers, looks to the left wing. Hess goes inside to Fiedler, now out on the top of the circle. Nordstedt, a 3 on the way off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded, and here come Anderson County Bulldogs on the break. Stopped by the Wildcats. They'll have to turn it and bring it back outside. They look down in low. Turnaround shot by Aldit. Goes up and won't get the bucket to fall. And Nordstedt clears it for the Cats. But a steal in the front court by Keyser. Get a hand out there. The big old Euro step that everyone hates turns into the bucket for Anderson County as they lead it now 6-2 over the Cats here. Chase Watkins calling out the play from the top of the circle. Look down in low, Connor Jeffers. Back out to Watkins behind the arch. His 3 hard off the back of the rim. Good rebound and back. Connor Jeffers had the board. Hands off to Fiedler, and he puts it in for the Cats. Back to a 2-point margin now, 6-4. The Dogs on top, but a travel call turns it over and back into the hands of the Wildcats. 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter of action with Anderson County leading 6-4. Substitutes checking in for Anderson County. Number 2, Garrett Edens on the floor now as they pressure the inbound play. Also into the lineup is Austin Piney for Anderson County. Watkins brings the ball up court, gives it off to Nordstedt. Now he'll set the offense. Work left-hand side to Hess. On the weave, he'll find Connor Jeffers at the top of the circle. Goes down the lane, gets his man in the air. Up for an 8-footer, no good. Rebound, fought for the rebound, but Connor is going to be whistled for the foul. He got a hold of the arm of the defender, trying to grab that ball away. And whistled for our first foul of the evening. Pressure by the Cats and zone press in the backcourt. Up court, they'll bring it across the timeline into the hands of Tanner Spencer. He'll clear it ahead. And a three-pointer on the way is up and good. Big John Rundle, the 6'5 senior, sinks the first three-pointer of the night. And Anderson County extends that to a 5-point margin, 9-4. Cats down court. Hess with a floater, hard off the back of the rim, gets his own rebound. Now clears it to Nordstadt. He'll go into the paint, kicks out to Watkins. His three on the way, and answers with a three. Chase Watkins with 5 points for the Wildcats as they draw back to a 2-point margin, 9-7. Anderson County up with 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Ball stripped loose, but back into the hands of Edens for the Bulldogs. They'll work the play to the right-hand wing, comes off the pick. Now they'll pop it back out. A three ball on the way is no good, and Connor Jeffers boards for the Wildcats. Up court comes Chase Watkins, drives down the lane, gets it to Fiedler. One-step dribble, and Garrison Fiedler's up for the bucket, and we're tied at 9-9. Good work that time by Jace to draw the defenders to him, and then feeds off low to Garrison. Ball stripped on the backside. Connor comes out with it. Now Nordstadt in the backcourt. Here come the Wildcats. Chance to take their first lead of the night here with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. On the near side, Hess with the dribble. He'll start the offense, goes to Jeffers in the paint, but we've got a push foul down low. Official comes to the sideline. Got number 10, Tanner Spencer, on the defensive side. Anderson County picking up the first team foul. Silent whistles here in the first quarter of play. Only one foul each way as we've played 6 of the 8 minutes in our first quarter of action. Cats will play it in underneath their own bucket. Looks high over the top. Now Jace Watkins in the corner. Three ball up on the way, fighting for the ball, loose on the floor. Anderson County comes out with it. Lead out ahead to Edens. He'll lay it up and in. Garrett Edens out on the break. The 5'7" sophomore gets his first bucket of the night, and Anderson County takes the lead back 11-9. Carson Fire just in at the last break on the far side, gets it back at the top of the circle. Thought about the three. Now he'll pull it back in. Jeffers at the high post, gives it to Byer on the right wing. Now they'll take it back over the top. Connor McManus with the dribble. He'll give it up, and they're going to start on the offense all over again. High post, Jeffers looks inside. Goes down low to Jace, gets his man in the air. Fall-away jumper won't go for the Cats. And Piney boards away for Anderson County. He'll clear the ball on the right side in the hands of Powelson. Gives it back to Piney. He's not comfortable out there behind the arch. They'll bring it to the left wing. Looking for the cutter on the inside. Piney gives it up to Allman. Blocked from the backside. Fought for a rebound into the hands of Anderson County. Layup is up and good. That is Edens going to the basket. Count the bucket, and he'll go to the charity stripe as Garrison Fiedler is whistled for the foul. He lobbed it high over the top of Fiedler's outstretched hands to get that bucket to fall home. And to the charity stripe for the first free throw opportunity of the night. Mitch Taylor checking in for the Cats as Fiedler will come to the bench. Free throw is good. And Brandon Nordstadt also returns to the floor. 44 seconds on the clock here as we count it down to the end of the first quarter. Anderson County went on a 5-0 run here to regain the lead. Ball tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. They'll play it in on the near side in front of the Wildcat bench. McManus to play it up for the Cats. Looks to Byer. Now they'll go to Big Mitch. He's a big target, and McManus gets the ball back. Now they'll set the offense on the right side. Finds Byer at the top of the key. He'll dribble to the left wing. Calls out the play number 2. They go to McManus. Stops and pops, but we've got to travel as he picked up the dribble to get rid of that pass, and that turnover sends it back to Anderson County one more time. 14-9, the Bulldogs lead it here with under a minute to play in our first quarter of action. We've got a whistle and a foul. Meyer with a block on the far side. Took them about 6 minutes to start calling fouls, and now every 20 seconds we've got whistle in the air. Towson behind the arch. He's not going to take that shot. Gives it up near side. Shot away, no good. Whistle and a foul. It's going to be an Anderson County foul on the rebound attempt. Number 2 for Anderson County is Garrett Eaton's picking up his first personal foul. They'll play it in at the end line. Nordstadt with the ball. Dribbled off the foot of somebody. It's turned over down low in the paint. Turnaround shot is up and good by Keyser. His first bucket of the night. Torres. Ball stolen away again at the buzzer. A shot on the way is off the rim, no good. And Anderson County, a flurry of 7 points to finish the quarter, take a 16-9 lead as we finish up one quarter of play here tonight in Baldwin. We'll take a timeout. Be back after this 1 minute word from our sponsors.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Queen washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain pellet grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dog tonight. The early game for the Wildcats in this tournament format started at the 5:30 mark. They take on Anderson County, the Bulldogs. We'll get to see them in Pioneer League action, and it was announced this week that Anderson County will host the Class 4A Division II Sub-State along with Burlington, Osawatomie, and Baldwin. So 3 of the 4 teams in the tournament will be in year-end tournament time. So we'll get to see all of these teams plenty of action. We're back under play here. Wildcats play the ball in. Jeffers goes up for the shot, and the Cats strike first blood here in the second quarter. Jeffers with his first bucket. A steal by Nordstadt. He'll bring it up court. Stops and pops. Fiedler's there for the putback. 2 quick buckets by the Cats as they narrow that lead now to a 3-point margin. It's 16-13. Wildcats with 2 quick buckets home. Rundle with the ball at the top circle. Now they'll go to Allnut. He'll drive the lane, but a reach-in foul. It's going to be a 2-shot foul, sending Allnut to the line for the Bulldogs. That whistle on number 5, Jace Watkins. And he picks up his first personal. Allnut stands at the line, arched on the way. That one is up and good. He's got 3 points on the night. 5 Bulldogs in the scorebook already in this first quarter of play. We're 1 minute into the second. And a second free throw is good for Allnut. Cats will play it in, trailing 13-18 here with 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Good pressure by Anderson County. Now Nordstadt gets the ball back. He'll dribble up to the timeline and across. Goes down to Hess. They'll swing it to the left-hand side. Ball in the hands of Jace Watkins. Now they'll find Fiedler down in the low post. Ball knocked loose, but Jeffers gets it back. Out to Chase, and he says, my time for a 3-ball. His second of the night for the Cats. And the net got a little tied up around the rim. The officials stopping play here as it's a 2-point margin now, 18-16. Cats trailing the Dogs here at the 6:50 mark. Across the timeline with the dribble is Keyser. He'll give it up left wing. They go to Allman at the top of the circle. He'll find Rundle on the right side. Now Allman behind the arch. That one's short. Fiedler chases it down, and we've got a whistle and a foul. That's number 23, John Rundle, trying to secure that ball from Garrison. He'll pick up his first personal and the third team foul on the Bulldogs. Pressure in the backcourt. They clear it to Hess. He'll bring it up the sideline. And we've got a blocking foul. That's number 11, Keyser, trying to get his body in front of Tegan Hess. He's whistled for his first foul, and now 4 team fouls each way. Cats will play it in underneath their own bucket. They go high over the top to Fiedler. Connor Jeffers goes around the pick, left side, looks to Nordstedt. He'll drive the paint, floater in and out. It won't fall, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Nordstedt going for his own rebound, and number 3, Justin Ruckers, is guilty of the personal. Cats again will play it in under their bucket. Gets it back to Nordstedt after the inbound, but pulls up short. They'll lead it out on the breakdown floor. Nice execution that time as Keyser gives it up to Ruckers, and he lays it in for his first score of the night. Nordstedt across the timeline gives it up to Jace Watkins, and they'll start the offense at the top of the circle. Hess left alone on the far side. He drives the lane, off the board, up and in. Nice job taking Hess, taking it all the way to the hoop for the Cats. Dribble drive, left-hand shot away, no good. And Connor Jeffers boards it out for the Wildcats. Good job by the Cats, playing strong on the board. They'll give it out to Jace. He fires up another 3. Jace Watkins from behind the arch gives the Wildcats their first lead of the night, 21-20. And we've got a whistle and a block foul down on the floor. On the drive to the bucket, the clock stopped with 5:26. A foul whistle on Brandon Nordstedt, his first personal. Dogs will play it in. Down in the low corner, shot on the way. A three-pointer is up by Powson, and he gets the answer and sends Anderson County back into the lead. 23-21, Anderson County on top here with 5 minutes to play in the first half of action. Watkins with the ball, left wing. Stutter step, got past his man, but the ball stripped away on the outlet pass. Layup is up and in for Powson. Another run by the Bulldogs here as they take advantage of the Cats' miscues. 25-21, Anderson County in the lead here. Jeffers goes down in the paint, gets it back out on top to Nordstedt. He'll set the offense again. Look down low into the post for Fiedler. He'll have to spin it off to Connor on the outside. Back to Jace. Thought about the 3 from there. Nordstedt says, I'll take one. Not there, but Connor sneaks underneath for the buck as he gets a rebound and a putback. Good positioning by Connor Jeffers to get that ball back in hand. Off court comes Anderson County. Rundle drives the lane. Big left-hander lays it up and in. Nice move for the lefty. Back to a 4-point margin, 27-23. The Cats trail Anderson County here as we're inside 4 minutes to play in the first half of action. Of course, Nordstedt goes to the paint, kicks it out to Connor. Now at the top of the circle, Chase, a 3 away is no good. Connor with the rebound. No, it's a tie-up. Good, strong move by Connor Jeffers to try to secure that rebound. And the possession arrow will go to Anderson County. Substitutes checking in back on the floor is Garrett Edens and Austin Piney, along with number 10, Tanner Spencer for the Bulldogs. Full court pressure by the Cats. Inbound high over the top to Powson. Bad pass thrown away. That's the turnover the Cats need. to get back into possession and the opportunity to score. Nordstadt will pull the inbound. Gives it up to Carson Meyer. Dribbles in the backcourt. Nordstadt across the timeline now for the Cats. He's going to go to the paint, but the ball loose on the floor. He'll get it out to the side. Jordan Torres, a three is up and in. Jordan Torres just into the lineup, and he connects for the Cats to narrow it to a one-point play. Down the field and a player control foul driving into the line. And the official will come to the bench. Give us the number is number 2, Garrett Eaton, picking up his second personal foul. Now 16 fouls on Anderson County, 5 on the Wildcats. Cats in the backcourt. Nordstadt will bring it across for Burlington. On the right wing, looks inside, has to float back out, goes to the left wing. Give and go to Torres. Shot is blocked away. Jordan gets a steal on the loose ball. He'll give it back up to Nordstadt. Down underneath they go to Garrison. Up and in. Nice look inside that time by Brandon Nordstadt to find Garrison Fiedler for the bucket and put the Cats back on top. That's another steal by Fiedler, and the Wildcats lead it here 28-27. We've got a push foul down low. Nordstadt was on the dribble. Wild group coming on here. The official says you can't substitute in until we get all the footwork done with that foul. That should be the 7th team foul and be time for shooting free throws. Now we got some confusion on the substitution pattern. Who's supposed to be in? Who's supposed to be out? Now Anderson County talking it over on who's going to take the floor. That should be the 7th team foul. A quick 30-second timeout before we go to shoot the free throws, and we're going to keep it right here. Wild first half of play. Anderson County forcing the action, taking an early lead. Wildcats tied it up 9-9 with a minute remaining in the first quarter. And then a 7-point run by Anderson County, and they take a 7-point lead at the end of the first quarter of play. The Wildcats got their first lead of the night on a 3-point shot at the 5:26 mark in the second quarter. A 21-20 lead, which vanished quickly, but then regained the lead on the last time down the floor. And now a 28-27 margin. The Wildcats up, and they'll be going to the line to shoot 1+ a bonus on the free throw line. Heading to the line, that should be Brandon Nordstadt. Brandon has not scored yet this evening. It's time for him to get in the book. Substitutes checking in. Cats with the small lineup now as Garrison Fiedler goes to the bench along with Mitch Taylor, both on the bench. Jace Watkins taking a break here at the 2:32 mark. The first free throw good by Brandon. He'll stand up for the second, and perfect net at home. 3-point lead now for the Cats. A 30-27 margin. Their biggest lead of the night. Anderson County across the timeline, works on the right-hand side. Put the ball in the hands of Justin Ruckers. He'll go around the pick on the right wing. Look for the cutter. It wasn't there. Now he'll give it up to Fowlson. Fowlson from behind the arch. A three is short. And Jeffers boards out for the Wildcats. Carson Meyer brings it across the timeline for Burlington. Back to Jeffers. They look inside. He's going to drive the lane. We've got a whistle and a foul on the block. Jeffers will go to the line. A foul whistle on number 3, Rutgers, for Anderson County. It's going to be his second personal foul and the 8th team foul. And Connor will stand in for the Cats. Connor had 4 points in last night's victory for the Wildcats. He's already got 4 this evening, ready for number 5. It's on the rim and in. He'll be there for the bonus shot. Clock stopped at the 2-minute mark here as Jeffers' second free throw won't fall home. The Cats with a 4-point lead as we play on here in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. Olmec gets the ball down at the low paint and goes up for two. They may want to go with the benefit of their height and work the inside here with this Wildcat lineup. On the far side, Jeffers with the dribble. He'll set out at the top of the circle. Now gives it up to McManus. He'll come over the top side, finds Carson Fire. Norstad got his man in the air, couldn't make the drive all the way. Gives it up to McManus. He drives the paint, shot up and no good. Allnut with the board. And Anderson County will bring it down, trailing by 2, 31-29. Cats on top. They give it back to Rundle down in the low paint. He's fouled on the floor. That'll be the 16th foul on the Wildcats. No shot. And Anderson County will play it in underneath their own bucket. Number 13, Jordan Torres, whistled for his first personal foul. Has taken Hess, Chase Watkins, and Garrison Fiedler check back onto the floor for the Cats with 1:06 remaining in the half. Now inbound high over the top, out on the wing to Rutgers. Picks up his dribble, now goes to Allnut. Behind the arch, he wants a three. It's short, and Garrison fields it for the Cats. Give it up to Jace Watkins, bring it across the timeline as we're under 1 minute to play here in the first half. Cats with a 1-point lead. Fiedler goes down to Connor. He got his man in the air and waited for him to fly by. Up for the easy two for Connor Jeffers.
The MyTown Media Station.
Rock and roll can save the world.
Classic rock.
KSMP 97.7 Burlington. The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dawg.
It's 33-31. Nordstat, reverse dribble, gives it up to Watkins. He'll come to the top side. Looks for the pick. Goes around the corner to the left wing. Finds Hess. He's going to drive the baseline. Shot up and in. Nice sweeping hook by Tegan Hess to get the bucket. And that is it at the halftime break with the Burlington Wildcats leading 35-31 here at the Bulldog Wildcat Classic in Baldwin. We're going to take a timeout, go back to the studio. Word from our sponsors there. We'll have a 2-minute timeout and get the stats together from the first half of play, and we'll return with halftime information. Bobby, it's all yours.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dawg invite you for some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrettson in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center of Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in- and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball. The Wildcats off to a bit of a slow start here in the early going of the contest against Anderson County. Anderson County took a couple of runs there. They built a 9-4 lead in the first 4 minutes of the contest. Then the Wildcats tied it up 9-9 with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. They were held scoreless the rest of the way out as Anderson County scored 7 points and defended well to take that 16-9 lead at the end of one quarter of play. Coming out of the break, the Wildcats scored the first 2 buckets in about 15 seconds to narrow that lead to only 3 points, and finally took their first lead of the night with a 3-point shot to go up 21-20 at the 5:23 mark in that second quarter. Furious play back and forth. Anderson County regaining the lead before the Wildcats again go on a run and take a 28-27 lead, which they would not give up all the way into the end of the halftime here, and they lead it at the break 35-31 over Anderson County. Scoring for Anderson County looks like this. Tonight, 2 points each from Justin Ruckers and Damon Teaser. Ruckers had a big game last year in the tournament time against Anderson County, leading the Bulldogs with 17 points in that contest. But his offense has not been there yet this evening. They may talk about that here at the halftime break. 5 points tonight for Garrett Eatons coming off the bench. He also collected 3 personal fouls, a bit of an erratic play there by the sophomore. 7 points from Carlson Powelson. Powelson is a transfer moved down from up north at Wellsville and is attending Anderson County this year on the squad. 8 points tonight, leading the way for Anderson County is Case Allnut. Allnut, a lanky left-hander, smooth shot from the outside, and again, he leads with 8 points of the 31 for Anderson County. On the Wildcat side of the ledger, 2 points from Brandon Nordstad. He hit 2 free throws in the last minute of play of the half to get in the books. Jordan Torres came in that second quarter of play in the lineup for about 8 seconds before he fires up a 3-pointer for his 1 bucket of the first half tonight for the Cats. Tegan Hess, a couple of nice drives down the baseline, lay up off the backboard, and he gets 4 points for the Cats. Connor Jeffers held silent in the first quarter, but comes on with 7 points in the second quarter of play. And Garrison Fiedler, big on the inside, gets a couple of rebound putbacks and hit with a couple of nice inlet feeds from the outside. Connor Jeffers saw him open twice, and Garrison completes the buckets and comes up with 8 points. In double figures in the first half is Jace Watkins. It doesn't take long when you throw up the 3-pointer, as he hit 3 of those in the first half of play along with the deuce, and he leads the way with 11 points this evening for the Wildcats. Good crowd on hand here from Burlington coming up for the early game tonight. This tournament format has the boys contest on the 5:30 schedule, both evenings, Monday and Tuesday night. The Cats getting a victory last night, 40-35 over the Lewisburg Wildcats. Then we'll have a couple days break here when they return on Friday night will be over in the middle school gym instead of the high school gym where we're at tonight. And we'll take on the host Bulldogs. It's the Baldwin Bulldogs on Friday night. The Lady Cats will tip at 5:30. The men's game at approximately 7 o'clock. So if you can't make that trip to Baldwin, you know where to find it at Lady Cat Wildcat Basketball right here on the Dawg. We're going to take another time out, go back to the station for a word from our sponsors. Group of 18 businesses in the Burlington and local area sponsoring Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball all season long. Make sure and stop by and say hello and thank them for supporting the Lady Cats and Wildcats all season long. Bobby, let's take a minute break, and we'll be ready for Wildcat basketball on the Dawg.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best protection at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at trustpointinsurance.net.
The staff at Diners Cafe, 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wishes you a Merry Christmas and blessed New Year. If the hustle and bustle of the holiday season leaves you short on time and energy, come see us and we'll take one thing off your list, cooking a meal. We want to be your eatery of choice by providing an outstanding experience, friendly service, inviting atmosphere, and of course, great food. Diners Cafe. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. Tuesday nights, you're going to find the Wildcats and the Lady Cats playing. It's tournament time. We're in Baldwin tonight, taking on the Anderson County Bulldogs in the annual Bulldog Wildcat Classic. We hosted it at Burlington last year, and the Wildcats went 3-0 in the tournament configuration, a round robin, where you play all three of the other teams in the tournament. Several years ago, this had expanded out to a 16 tournament where we put groups of pods together and then played for a championship on the final night, all 6 teams getting 3 games in the tournament format. And it's back to a 4-team round robin here with Anderson County, Baldwin, Burlington, and Lewisburg. Teams have been out, warmed up again. Coaches on the sideline ready to give them their last-minute instructions here. The Wildcats were a little shell-shocked at the start of the contest, but they regained their composure, got in the lead, and held it against a couple of runs by Anderson County. Here in the second half, they'll look to keep control and bring home another victory for the Wildcats. Cats will have possession of the ball to start this second half of action. Both teams come back with their original starting lineups. The Wildcats with Nordstadt, Watkins, Hess, Fiedler, and Jeffers to take the floor. Brandon will inbound on the far side. The officials look to the scorekeeper, says, are we ready for the clock to start? Yes, we are, and we'll be underway. Inbound, they'll look and find Connor Jeffers. Now goes back to Brandon, and we're underway. Picks up the dribble, high post is Jeffers. He looks inside to Fiedler. It's not there on the inlet pass. Watkins on the right wing. Now back out to Nordstadt at the top of the key. He'll set a pick. Chase turns, looks inside. On the switch, didn't get the numbers he was looking for. Back out, they'll go to Nordstadt. Chase in the corner, eyes a three. It's on the way short. Off the rim, Fiedler fights for it. Loose ball. Hess picks it up. Can't get that one to fall. And Anderson County boards it out. They'll lead it out ahead on the near side in the hands of Powelson. His shot won't fall home, and Fiedler secures it for the Cats. Gives it off to Connor. Now Jeffers will bring it up court for the Wildcats. Across the timeline for Burlington. They'll set the play to Jace Watkins as he'll dribble out to the top of the key. They'll go into the weave, come off the pick. Jeffers looks for a cutter. It's not there. Nordstadt from the corner, a three away, no good. Fiedler up with the left hand, can't get it to fall. He's fouled, and Garrison will go to the line for the Wildcats. Good move by Garrison, taking that rebound, put the ball on the floor to get his footwork correct, and went up for the shot, but fouled, and he'll go to the line. First free throw on the way up and good. That was Carlson Powson picking up his first personal foul of the night and first team foul on Anderson County here in the second half of play. Garrison free throw is good again, now in double figures with 10 points. And the Wildcats extend that to their largest lead of the contest, 37-31. Steal by the Cats. Jeffers will come out with it for Burlington. Across the timeline, picks up the dribble, now gives it to Nordstadt. They'll feed it to Garrison down low, but dribbles off his foot out of bounds. He says, I got pushed on the backside. It's tough to play when you're carrying a guy along with you on the back. The official said, let's play on. Up court, they'll go to Rutgers across the timeline. He's with the dribble. And the drive off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, and on the putback, it's good. Nice job staying down low on the putback there. Across the timeline come the Cats. They'll go to Jace. He's going to drive the lane. Shot away, no good, but the rebound is put back in by Connor Jeffers for the two. Connor, pressure in the backcourt. They'll finally get it in. They'll go on the far side, put that ball into the hands of Teaser. They'll wait and set the offense. Ball in the hands of Powson with the yo-yo dribble there. Looking for a cutter down the lane. It's not there. Up on top, they go to Rundle. He doesn't take that three. He looked at it. Now they'll spin left side. Ball in the hands of Rutgers with the left-hand dribble. Fosh, big lob pass. Now they'll go in low to Allmet as he went to the hoop. Couldn't get it to fall, and Garrison Fiedler boards out for Burlington. Jace Watkins will bring it across the timeline here as we approach the 5-minute mark. Cats with a 39-33 lead over Anderson County. Ball down in low. We've got a whistle and a foul. Stop play. Fiedler had the ball in, working toward the hoop. Before the shot attempt, number 11 whistled is Keyser with his second personal. High inlet pass. They'll go to Fiedler at the top of the key. Looks to Jace, driving the hoop. Nice job. Jace Watkins saw the man turn his head. He cut for the basket, and Tegan Hess hit him in stride for the bucket. Nice teamwork that time. A 41-33 lead for the Cats here as they expand on that halftime lead. Three-point shot away is no good. It's out of bounds. That'll be Wildcat ball. Powson short on the three-pointer from the near corner. Couldn't connect. And substitutes check back in for Anderson County. Number 2, Garrett Edens back into the lineup. They'll inbound to Jeffers on the far side. Now finds Nordstadt as he'll bring the ball up with 4 minutes and 40 left on the clock here in our third quarter of play. Nordstadt goes down low, feeds it back out to Hess. Now he'll try the lane. Shot up, but it's blocked away out of bounds, and that'll be Wildcat ball. They'll play it in underneath the bucket. Cat's not afraid to take it inside against the Bulldogs here. Nordstadt to inbound high over the top goes to Watkins. Hess comes off a low pick, fires it away. A three-pointer for Tegan Hess, and he's got 7 on the night for the Wildcats. 11-point lead, 44-33. Wildcats extend that to the biggest lead of the night. Answering with a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound put back by Piney. It won't fall, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. That foul down low on the rebound attempt against number 3 is, well, they've got that for against Brandon, his first, but I've got him with 2 fouls. As Piney steps to the line and completes his first free throw. He'll stay for a second. Jordan Torres checks in for the Wildcats here with 4 minutes on the clock. And Piney setting for his second free throw attempt. Short off the front of the rim. And Garrison boards it out for the Cats. Down court they'll come to Hess. He's going to drive the lane. Again, he gets that arm out and banks it home for the Cats. Tegan Hess now with 9 points for the Wildcats. A drive into the lane by Anderson County. Hess trying to take the charge, but he's going to get whistled for the block foul. Tegan's first personal foul. And now 2 team fouls on the Wildcats. At the charity stripe, Tanner Spencer, he's been held scoreless so far, but he'll be at the line to shoot a pair as he was driving to the hoop for the shot. That free throw is on the way off to the right, no good. Cats with a dozen lead, 46-34 over Anderson County. And Spencer steps up for free throw number 2. That one found a home, and he's in the book for his first point of the night. Pressure in the backcourt. Cats bring it across, get it in the hands of Hess. He'll give it up to Fiedler on the right wing. Carson Fire says 3 for me, not that time. Piney boards it, and outlet pass up court comes to Powelson. They'll go right-hand side. Edens turns inside, no good. And Fiedler is there to secure it for the Cats. Up court comes Hess. He's going to drive the lane. Kicks out to Connor Jeffers. 15-footer, no good. Fiedler down low, goes up for the shot, and he's fouled. Strong move that time by Garrison. Fiedler kept that ball in his hands, and he's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Garrison with 10 points on the night. That foul whistled on Case Allnut, his first personal, and the third team foul on Anderson County as Garrison steps in. First free throw away is no good, but he'll be there for the second. Back on the floor for Anderson County, number 23, John Rundle returns along with Justin Ruckers. As Garrison sights it in, this one in and out, won't fall. Anderson County boards away. Across the timeline, they'll bring it. And Fiedler with the steal. They telegraph that one. Fiedler all the way to the hoop, count that bucket, and a foul. Justin Ruckers just could not stop Garrison Fiedler on his way to the hoop. And Garrison finishes the deal and will go to the line for the Wildcats. Nice move in the open field for Garrison. You don't see him dribbling down court often, but he was on the mission to be had. Set from the free throw line. It's on the way. Short on the rim. No good. A 48-35 lead for the Cats here now as we dip under the 3-minute mark. Ball on the right-hand wing. Loose on the floor. Nordstad comes out of it. No, Hess came out with it. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Heading in front, number 10, Tanner Spencer, trying to cut off Nordstad. And he's whistled for the foul. Directly in front of the scorer's bench, Tegan Hess will inbound. Carson Byer and Connor McManus set to receive the inbound pass. Now they'll look and bring it to Torres. Back to Hess behind the arch. A 3. Soft touch. Tegan Hess connects for his second three-pointer of the night, and he's got an even dozen for the Cats. Anderson County dribble drive on the far side. Number 11 up. Damon Keyser for his second bucket of the night for Anderson County. On the inbound, they'll bring it to Hess. Cross the timeline, stop and go on the dribble. Picks it up, goes back to Fire, looks cross court, finds McManus. Thought about the 3, pulls it back in. 2 minutes left on the clock here in the third quarter. Cats with a 51-37 lead. 14 points, their largest lead of the night. Ball on the right-hand side. McManus goes to his knees, picks up the dribble. And Coach Barrett calling a timeout. Thought they were in trouble of a turnover there. Stops action here with a minute 52 remaining on the clock in the third quarter of play. A short 30-second timeout by Coach Barrett as he wants these young men to handle the ball, burn some time here as they've got a 14-point lead, but they've got to hold on to the ball. We've seen Anderson County make a couple of runs here during the evening, as they do have the firepower to put it in the hole. They've just had trouble keeping possession. Several turnovers down court by the pressure defense of the Wildcats. On the floor for Burlington, Tegan Hess, Connor McManus, Jordan Torres, Carson Byer, and Big Mitch Taylor for the Wildcats. Now they'll set on the far side, goes to Byer. He'll dribble out to the top of the circle. They'll set the offense on the near side to Hess. He'll dribble down the baseline, kicks it out to Byer. A three on the way, out and good. Nice job, Carson Byer had his feet set. He was ready to receive that pass and sent it home for a three. Dribble drive underneath, reverse layup by Allnut. His first score of the second half after he led Anderson County with 8 points in the first half of play. And the defense doing their job for Anderson County as the Wildcats can't get it inbound in the 5-second time frame. And turnover will put it back into Anderson County hands. 54-39, Cats on top here with a minute 21 remaining. Rundle picks up the dribble, goes back out to Powson on the far side. Rutgers lays the ball down low. Rundle running hook won't fall, and Nordstadt boards it away for the Cats. Across the timeline comes Jace Watkins, picks up the dribble, now goes back to Nordstadt. Calls out the play on the right side as we go under 1 minute. Nordstadt picks up that dribble, turns it back out to Hess. He goes to the left side, a shot away. Probably ill-advised on the drive. Coach Barrett thought there was a lot of body contact. The officials, not so much. Anderson County will play it in under on the inline as the Cats bring their defense back to the midcourt stripe. 45 seconds remain in this third quarter of action. Allnut at the free throw line. Blocked there by Big Mitch. Mitch Taylor got up, hand on that ball, controlled it, and gives it off to Jeffers. Nice job, Mitch. But the Cats turn it over. Bad pass. They'll give it up down low on the dribble drive is Damon Teaser for the two. Cats got what they wanted on that turnover, but gave it right back again. Across the timeline comes Jeffers, 15 on the clock. He'll drive the lane to Mitch. Up won't go. Mitch gets the ball back. Takes his man up. Can't get the second one to go. Goes up one more time, and now we've got a possession tie-up here. Hard luck. Mitch had a couple of chances right under the bucket and couldn't turn it in. And Anderson County gets possession. They'll inbound in the backcourt. 3 seconds on the clock. At the midcourt strike, a shot on the way, and it's no good. And we're into 3 quarters of play with the Wildcats leading at 54-41 here at the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. We'll take a timeout and be back after this 1 minute break for our sponsors.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long, long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Stop by Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington for amazing deals and already low prices. On sale this week, frozen family pack of boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound. Best choice vegetables, 2 for $1. Or a fresh boneless beef rump roast, $2.99 a pound. And fresh bananas, 39 cents a pound. New York garlic breads, 2 for $5. And American Beauty pasta, 99 cents. For these and more savings, go to Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington. Sale ends December 12th.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Wildcat basketball here on The Dog. Tonight we're on the road to Baldwin in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic, a first week of December traditional tournament that the Wildcats have been in for a number of years. Get a chance last night on Monday to take on the Lewisburg Wildcats. Tonight it's the Anderson County Bulldogs. And as we start the fourth quarter, the Wildcats have a 54-41 lead in the contest. Jace Watkins drives in the paint. Soft layup. Hits up and in. Nice job, Jace, with a soft touch as he's got 15 on the night to lead the Wildcats. Pressure in the backcourt. Anderson County brings it across the timeline. Gets it to the right side. Now they'll dump it in low to Piney. Turnaround shot is up over the big wingspan of Garrison Fiedler. And Austin Piney gets his first bucket of the night. Here comes Jeffers across the timeline. And we've got a push foul as he reversed his dribble. Number 2, Garrett Evans is whistled up for his 4th personal foul now. And 5 team fouls on Anderson County. Checking back in the lineup is Damon Kieser for Anderson County. Cats will play it in on the near side. Nordstadt looks into the backcourt, gives it up to Jace Watkins. He'll dribble in the backcourt, works left-hand wing, comes across the timeline for the Cats. Got off there, but he picks up the dribble. Looks down low to Jeffers. He gets his man in the air. It's up and down. Nice job. Connor Jeffers coming to the hoop when he saw Jace was in trouble. He gets the score, and Nordstadt gets the steal, lays it up, and lays it in. Brandon Nordstadt with the bucket. The crowd on their feet, and Anderson County calling a timeout, says we've got to stop the bleeding right now as the Cats race out to a 60-43 lead over Anderson County with 6:45 remaining in our fourth quarter of play here tonight. Nice work and lots of enthusiasm by the Wildcats to start out this fourth quarter and not go into a lull with a lead. And they extend that lead to a 17-point margin here for the Cats. Anderson County will play it in on the inline. Wildcats will put that full court pressure on. They've done that on situations here against Anderson County all night long. Inbound, high over the top they go. Now put it back into the hands of Rundle. He's a big escape target for him there. On the far side, ball in the hands of Tanner Spencer. He'll release to Kieser. Anderson County doing a lot of standing around on offense here. Not a motion offense at all. Around the wing, they'll go left side to Kieser. Picks up that dribble. And Hess lost his footing, falls into number 5, Carlson Towson. And he's whistled for his second personal. Only 3 team fouls on the Wildcats here in this second half of play. Anderson County with 6. Bulldogs will play it in on the near side as Cass Allnut checks back in for Anderson County. He likes to go to the hoop. He's got 10 points on the night. Tried to lob it down low to Rundle, but Fiedler tips it away out of bounds, and it'll stay with Anderson County where they'll play it in under their own bucket. Set to Kidd is Powson. He gets it to Rundle. Put us on the floor on the reach in. We're going to have a whistle and a foul as Rundle completes the bucket. Number 3 reach-in foul is Brandon Nordstadt, and it is his 3rd foul. sending number 23, John Rundle, to the line for Anderson County. He completes the three-point play there, and he's got 10 to go into double figures for Anderson County. 14-point margin, 46-60. Wildcats on top here as we approach the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter of play tonight. Here, Anderson County and Burlington. Second game of the week for both teams. Jace Watkins thought about the three, now pulls it back out. Comes off the dribble, gives to Connor Jeffers. They're looking inside to Fiedler, but covered up. Now they'll play it on the top again. Watkins goes right wing, finds Nordstadt. Jeffers comes up to meet the ball. Cats very patient. Hess drives the hoop. It's up and in. Tegan Hess has a penchant for driving to the hoop, and he's performing tonight all the way for 14 points, his high of the season. Anderson County down for a three-point shot attempt, no good, and rebounded out of there by Nordstadt. Lead up ahead to Jace Watkins out on the break. Good job by looking ahead by Nordstadt. Jace cleared the defenders and goes in stride for the layup. He's on the top with 17 points for the Cats. All that down on the low paint, turns around and gets the bucket for Anderson County. And the Cats bring it up across the timeline on the right side. Fiedler seats Connor going to the hoop. Shot won't fall, but Jace Watkins gets the rebound. Three-point attempt out, and no good. Lead out pass ahead, and laying it up off the rim. It won't fall, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul as Tegan Hess going for that rebound is whistled for body contact, his third, and the team's fifth team foul tonight. It is fast and furious here with the Wildcats leading it 64-48 now. 4:33 remaining on the clock as Jordan Torres and Carson Fire check back into the lineup. They lob it up high to Allman. In the lane goes to Rundle. Turn around for the lefty. It's in and out. No good. And right there for the board is Nordstadt to secure for the Cats. Look out ahead right there. Torres down low back to Fire. Shot away is no good. Had a chance with the big breakout. Stolen ball and a timeout. Nice, intelligent work by Connor Jeffers. He was down on the floor and knew he couldn't roll around and move. He quickly calls a timeout to the official, and that stops the clock at 4:10 here in the fourth quarter. A 1-minute timeout. We'll go back to the station for a word from our sponsors.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Sports socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a snug, stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball on the Dawg as the Wildcats taking on the Anderson County Bulldogs here in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. On the inbound play, it's Jordan Torres going to the hoop and gets the bucket for the Cats. Extend that lead out now to an 18-point margin, 66-48. But answering on the other end with a three-pointer is Damon Keyser as he's got 9 for the Bulldogs. Nordstadt in the backcourt. Looks ahead across the timeline. Picks up the dribble, goes to Byer. Whoa, ball loose on the floor. 1, 2, 3, Cats down for it. And here comes, on the far side, McManus out with that loose ball. They feed it in low. Now Torres on the step back. A three away is no good. Tip try by Connor Jeffers won't fall, and Anderson County boards it up. They look up court, find Keyser, back to Allnut behind the three, and he sends one home. Cass Allnut makes the connection. He's got 15 points for the Anderson County Bulldogs, leading scorer for the White Shirts tonight. A 30-second timeout with 3:10 remaining as Anderson County goes on a bit of a run, trimming that lead to a 66-54 margin now. They are playing it tough all the way out here, as you want to see all these high school teams do. The score on the board shouldn't change your intensity level. And on the defensive side, they're getting turnovers and converting when they come up court. And the official checking with the timeouts for both teams. 3 timeouts left for Anderson County, 2 for the Wildcats here. It will be Wildcat ball on their own, not to bring it the length of the court here, against this Anderson County press. Nordstadt to play it in. Looks to Jace Watkins. Couldn't find it there. Now high over the top they go to Hess. Back to Nordstadt. In the backcourt, he'll come across to Fiedler. Now Hess on the right wing. Finds Nordstadt at the top of the circle. Plays it to Fiedler. He'll turn and give back to Nordstadt. Drives the paint, and on the reach-in from the backside, number 11, whistled for the foul, is Keyser, picking up his 3rd personal. That is the 7th team foul on Anderson County. So at the 2:53 mark of the 4th quarter, Wildcats will be going to the line for the double bonus, and Brandon Nordstadt takes that responsibility. He was 2 for 2 from the stripe in the 2nd quarter as he eyes his first free throw. Soft as can be, it swishes the net, and he'll be there for the bonus for the Cats. Set at the charity stripe. It's on the way. This one rolls in and out. No good. And rebounded ahead to Anderson County. On the near side, they'll put it back in the hands of Powson. Three-pointer away. No good. Rundle on the turnaround. It's up and in. Nice work by the big guy. Got down for it quickly. And there to control that rebound. Hess trapped on the near side. Ball tipped away, but it's off. No, they say it's off of Hess. Out of bounds. Coach Barrett not pleased with the way the Cats are not handling the ball cleanly here as we wind down in this 4th quarter. 2:30 remains on the clock. An 11-point margin for the Wildcats. Powson with the dribble. Gives it up to Allnut. He's behind the arch. A 3 on the way is up and good for Case Allnut. And he's got 18 points on the night. Inbound, they go to Jeffers. Across the timeline, picks up that dribble. Finds Jace Watkins on the far side. 8-point lead for the Cats. 67-59. Fiedler, ball on the far side. Jeffers, he'll dribble it out to the top, and the Wildcats can work some clock. Under the 2-minute mark here, Jace Watkins picks up the dribble, goes to Hess. Finds Connor, but a bad pass, turns it over on the near side. They'll put it back into the hands of Keyser. Behind the arch, Allnut a 3 away. No, not this time. Ball loose on the floor. He's going to drive and kick out on the wing to Powson. His 3 shot is no good, and Garrison Fiedler pours it for the Cats. They'll bring it across the timeline. Fiedler on the left wing picks up the dribble. Now he's fouled by Allnut, and Garrison will go to the charity stripe for the Cats. Garrison with a dozen tonight, and 2 free throws connected for Garrison. He'll be there for 1 plus a bonus as the Cats lead at 67-59. Free throw hard off the rim, no good, but Hess is there to board it for Burlington. Down low they go. Now they'll pull it out to the top. Again, work that clock with 1:20. They'll find Jace Watkins on the near side. Now Nordstadt right wing. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Chase from the backside. Number 2 is Garrett Edens, picking up his 5th personal foul. And that will send him to the bench as the Bulldogs, 9 team fouls. One more will be the double bonus for Burlington. Nordstadt stepping up. He'll have 1 plus a bonus here. Chance to cushion the lead. He stepped up last night at the end of the contest. Cats with a 3-point lead. He goes to the line at 6-2 with 6 seconds remaining on the clock to secure that 40-35 win for the Wildcats last night against Lewisburg. First free throw on the way is up and good. Second one rims away and out. No good. Anderson County with the board. They'll clear the ball. Down by 9. And 1 minute remaining here from Baldwin. 3-point shot on the way by Alden. Hits the net on the outside before going out of bounds. And that'll be Wildcat ball. They'll play it in on the inline here against that tough defense by Anderson County. They'll clear it to Jace. Picks up the dribble. Comes forward to Connor Jeffers. He'll lay it down low to Garrison. Up, it won't fall, but he gets his own foot back. Garrison Fiedler scores the 2 for the Cats. Under 1 minute to play. They'll put it back on the top side in the hands of Rundle, the left-hander 3-pointer away. No good. You can see the air just going out of Anderson County here on those missed shots. And it's all over but the shouting now. Allnut reach out and fouls Jace Watkins to stop the clock. And that'll send Jace to the line to shoot 2. One, not the bonus anymore, but the beyond the bonus. Jace stepping to the charity stripe. Smooth shot is up and in. First free throw attempt of the night, and he sinks it cleanly. 18 points for the junior here. And the Cats back to a dozen lead. That free throw is short off the front of the rim. No good. Anderson County pulls it up and brings it up. Step back. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded again by Nordstadt. And they're taking the pressure off against the Wildcats. They're just going to dribble it out with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Jace Watkins holds the ball on the near side. No defense comes out to pick him up. As the clock ticks down, the crowd on their feet congratulating the Burlington Wildcats as they take the 71-59 victory over Anderson County here tonight to get their second victory of the tournament, and they'll be ready to take on the Baldwin Bulldogs come Friday night. We're going to get our stats together here from our second game of the week, another victory for the Cats, when we return to Baldwin after this 2-minute timeout.
Make reversing your vehicle easier and clearer with the HD dash cam. Just $39.99. And make working easier with this 26-piece screwdriver set with rack. Just $19.99. And help your car last with the Pennzoil Converter Motor Oil. Only $3.99 a quart. Offer good through December 31st or while supplies last. Caldwell's Auto Parts, 423 Kennedy Street in Burlington.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our #1 priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your #1 choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
We're kicking off the football season at Burlington Auto Supply with a full field of savings on your fall tune-ups. Autolite spark plugs at $1.99 and Wix filters at $2.95 will get your vehicles ready to hit the road as you follow the Cats to all their home and road games. Stop by for our Saturday specials following each Wildcat victory at Burlington Auto Supply, your bumper-to-bumper parts store on Neosho Street in Burlington. Let's go, Cats!
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas. Caring beyond prescriptions.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Ready to go?
Almost. I just have to stop at the bank, get a few money orders, to pay some bills.
Well, why don't you just write the checks yourself?
I can't.
Still? I thought you were back on your feet financially.
I am, but I never thought starting from square one would take this long.
For a second chance at a banking relationship, it's Central Time. Whatever the reason, life happens. You might have had a checking account that was overdrawn when it was closed. And finding a bank who will let you start with a clean slate can be a challenge. That's why Central National Bank offers New Opportunity Checking. Write checks, use a Visa check card, and enjoy free online banking and free ATM use at Central National Bank ATMs. Plus, you have a place to cash your checks. Ask about New Opportunity Checking from Central National Bank. It's money for life, the way we live today. Some restrictions and fees apply.
Central National Bank, money for life.
Member FDIC in your hometown since 1884.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back. It's a victory for the Wildcats here tonight as they took on the Anderson County Bulldogs in the second night of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. And it was Wildcats 71, Anderson County 59. Anderson County started out strong in that first quarter. They took a 16-9 lead at our first break. The Wildcats outscoring the Bulldogs 26-15 in the second quarter and held a 4-point lead at the halftime break. Cranked up the intensity again in that third quarter. And at the end of three, they held a 13-point lead, 54-41. During the fourth, they extended that out to as much as 20 before Anderson County put on a run with about 3 minutes remaining in the contest. Got it down to single digits at a 9-point margin. And then the Wildcats secured the finish with a 71-59 win here tonight. Anderson County, two players in double figures, John Rundle with 12 and Case Allnut with 18. Also, Carlson Powson and Damon Keyser with 9 points each for the Bulldogs in their efforts here tonight in the first game. On the Wildcat side, 7 players in the scorebook. 3 points tonight from Carson Byer. His coming on a lone 3 in the third quarter action. Jordan Torres also got in the money with the 3-pointer, added a 2 to make 5 points on the night. And Brandon Nordstad held to only 6 points, but he made a great defensive effort and a number of assist passes that produced points for the Wildcats. Then we've got 4 players in double figures tonight. Connor Jeffers with 11 points, 7 of those coming in the first half of play for the Cats. Matching scores of 14 points each for Tegan Hess and Garrison Fiedler as they go for the double sevens here tonight. And the leading scorer on the evening, Jace Watkins. Jace in the first half connected on 3 3-pointers, had 11 points at the first break, and ends up the night with 18 to lead the Wildcats in scoring for the victory here over Anderson County. The Lady Cats are on the floor warming up. We are going to wrap up our broadcast of the Wildcat game, take a little break, and go back to the station. We'll return and be bringing you Lady Cat basketball as they take on the Anderson County Lady Bulldogs. And we'll be back to bring that to you in about 10 minutes. So take a break, go get a refreshing beverage,